My Edo people, very important issue. But before we go and dive into the issue, I want you guys to watch this video so that you can have the foundation of what we want to talk about. Please watch this video.
The deceased, identified as Emmanuel Adehe, popularly called Biggie, usually stationed at Siloko Road by Olia Market in Benin City, where he collects revenue for one of the transport unions in Edo State. Report says he was earlier targeted by some unknown gunmen about 2 months ago with a view to assassinating him. But he was lucky to have escaped the attack. But this time, the deadly gunmen did not miss their target. Investigation revealed that the yet-to-be-identified gunmen stormed Siloko Road by Olia Market in Benin City, where they accosted him at gunpoint. But upon sighting them, he immediately took to his heels. The armed men pursued him towards First Okpebholo Lane off 2nd West Circular Road in Benin City, where he was caught and overpowered in a house he tried to escape through. He was subsequently killed on the spot. Several gunshots that were fired caused heavy panic in the area as the people ran for their safety. Yes, we can hardly confirm that this is one of the cartridges that was fired while the young man was running from the assailants from the Olia Junction to the side. He was sprayed down in this particular spot from Olia Junction around Siloko Road, where he was eventually crushed. And right in here you can find two bullet shots that was eventually penetrated into him that led to his death on the spot. But moments after the killing, the assailant escaped to an unknown destination. The situation led to crying and wailing in the area as residents, family members and friends of the deceased trooped out en masse to catch a glimpse of the situation. Men of the Textile Mill Road Police Division of the Edo State Police Command were spotted at the scene of crime. Some respondents expressed worry over the killing and called on the police to ensure extensive investigation.
Yeah, no, they only have the work. Yeah. So the next thing we hear gunshots.
For Olia Market side.
Olia Market side, we hear gunshots. Yeah. Then everybody begins scared. Yeah. Everybody they run, they go. The next thing they focus on the control the boat. The next thing we see now, they don't shoot on here now, we got that. So we see the child find out pretty happy with the gun shooting.
It was so surprising to me. I heard the sound, the gunshot, twice. Initially, we were all scared. We came out to find out what was going on. We now discovered that some of us were able to think they were robbers. So, on getting to the end of my street, I now saw somebody lying down.
But as we just did, the next one made the year and gunshots. Get me that everybody hear gunshot like that, everybody will run.
Yes.
As we hear the gunshot, and somebody see the run, or we don't know what they happen. As we run, people now take promote. Before you know it, maybe some of our people, I call later for the theater, they say they come kill here.
Okay.
Now, meeting those.
They're saying they run from that side before.
They say they run from Olia Market side now. When people come here.
Okay.
And they come to kill here.
The police is yet to make a statement on the incident.
So this video is particularly to distinguish Senator Monday Okpebholo, the governor of Edo State, and also especially to the Nigeria police force in Edo State and all the security apparatus in Edo State. When are we going to be saying that these are the people who committed the act? When are we going to be apprehending these people while committing the act? When are we going to be bringing these people into custody, even maybe days after they have committed the act? In other words, when are we going to start tracing these people? When? Distinguished Senator Monday Okpebholo, it is only somebody that is deaf and somebody that is unseen that will fight the anti-cultism law that you sign into law. It is only a deaf person that will contest it. It is a welcome development in Edo State. You did well. The only place that person like me I have issue with it is when maybe you catch somebody that is a member of a court, and because you catch that person, you go and destroy maybe his father's house or his mother's house because he's a member of a courtist. That is where I have problem with that law. But apart from that, it's a perfect law that you sign. But I believe the reason why that law was signed was to stop this kind, more especially this kind of buying that is happening right now. This was the purpose for that anti-courtesy law. So when are we going to be apprehending these people? Because I'm tired of hearing on no courtist, on no gunmen. I am tired. It is because we have not been able to trace even one. We have not been able to arrest or bring one to custody. That is the reason why it continues to happen. That is the reason why there is continuity in this mayhem that is happening in the state. Because not even one person has been brought to book. Not even one, not one, not one. We always hear, oh no, oh no, oh no. Why? Because even the police, they are even late to come to the scene. The police are even late to come to the scene. Why? Because even the vehicle that the people used to carry out the act cannot be traced. Even the face of the people who carry out the act cannot be traced. This particular event happened in a broad daylight. A broad daylight. That normally something should be traceable to them. But how? How are they going to trace them? Even the so-called bullet, for example, that they shot in a very civilized society, that is a number one evidence that can even lead to the arrest of these people. Because in a civilized society, anybody that have weapon like gun like that, it is being registered. Bullets have serial numbers that you can trace people with. But in our own, where is the organization like that? Where? In a civilized society, there are cameras everywhere. So we know we don't have cameras everywhere in Edo State, but we can start it. Before you know it, the whole state is filled with CCTV camera that can trace events like this. That even after they carry out the act, days after, they can be traced. Because the camera can picture their face, the camera can picture their cars that they use. Set CCTV camera in sensitive places that people cannot be able to trace that there is camera in such a place. Not until we start doing that, we will still continue to be hearing or no, or no, or no, or no, or no courtist. So this message is particularly to you, Modo Okpebholo, and to the Inspector General of Police and the CP of Edo State. When are you guys going to start apprehending these people? This happened in a broad daylight. Broad daylight, no trace. No trace. The RDE people even come to the conclusion that it is a court-related activity. How? Something happened today here in Europe. Something happened today where a woman trailed out of her house. An old woman trailed out of her house. Nobody knows where she went to. But she was somewhere else drinking coffee with another person. A random person somewhere else. They have searched for this woman and they were not able to find her. They placed a call to the police. Before you know it, the whole street was filled with police. Police searched the whole place. Before you know it, even a helicopter was involved to start looking for this old woman. A helicopter moving around to start tracing, to look for her until she was found to be drinking coffee with somebody, a random person somewhere. This is just a missing person. But our own case, even if they kidnap the person, no, which helicopter? How can you even trace? As they even buy the person now, how can they even? How can the people in the street even get to the police as quick as possible to say something is happening in our environment? How fast can even the police come to combat the issue? How fast they can come? Nothing to trace, nothing to give a clue. After some weeks, the whole matter will just die off. Then we will still be living with the same people that are committing the heinous crime in the state. We'll still be living with them like normal. We'll still be living with them like normal. But this person is just that same person who just committed such kind of crime. But we are just living with them like normal because no trace, nothing can apprehend these people. So it is hard time we start looking for how we can start apprehending these people. The reason why the thing is continuing is because not even one person has been apprehended. Not even one. Not even one. Not even one. And as we have just had this one now, not too long from here, you will hear again. And it will still be the same story. Unknown, unknown, and unknown.